What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here with me. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to talk about Medellin, Colombia. Has it changed for me? Do I see a change? Let's talk about that. Let's get started. Okay, welcome back. Well, I had this conversation with another YouTuber. I had a conversation with my nephew not too long ago. I think it was like last night. And I was talking to a couple of subscribers that I know that's been coming to Medellin for about like a year, maybe year and a half. Freddie and Raul, and these two brothers who travel like every month, every 6 weeks to Colombia. And the funny thing is that they were like asking me like, "Hey, so how do you feel about Medellin?" And I didn't say much to them. But deep down inside, I saw the change from the very beginning. It has changed. I saw it from the very beginning at the airport. Um, when I first was waiting for my driver, and I saw how aggressive the Venezuelans, I don't know if it's Venezuelans or Colombians, were like just coming up to me and just being real aggressive and just kept repeatedly coming up to me. And everywhere I walked, it was like, it's almost like being in New York. It was, it was, man. It had that New York feel, and I was like, damn, it was turning me off. So once I saw that, I was blown away. Okay, so when I started going to Colombia, maybe 4 years ago, maybe 4.5 years ago, it wasn't like that. It wasn't nothing like that. No way. All right. So I've seen a change in the energy far as the people. The people have changed. I don't know if it's. I think maybe the Venezuelans, the refugees, all these refugees in the country. I think it has a lot to do with foreigners and stuff. Because I started traveling to Medellin, Colombia, because to relax and to get away from the hustle and bustle of the United States. And the very first time I came here to Medellin, people were so friendly, man. It just blew me away. It just blew me away. I'm telling you, it just blew me away. Like everywhere I went, like supermarkets, little stores, on the train, on the buses, um, just walking down the street, people were like all smiling and greeting me. People were willing to help me. A lot of times when I was trying to order food, I'd be just standing there looking, and someone always came up to me and said, "Oh, did you need some help?" Always, always. And they weren't asking for money or anything. They just wanted to help, or they wanted to practice using their English. I mean, everywhere I went, a lot of the young ladies in the supermarkets, when I would be talking to them in English, they would be blushing. They'd be blushing like little girls and stuff. And then they would run and get somebody to help me. Okay. And then they'll be like, I'd be saying goodbye to me and waving goodbye. The energy was different. Um, older people that would see me would come up to me like, "Oh, where are you from?" And try to practice their English and stuff with me and talk to me. When I was lost, they would give me directions. When I went to buy food and stuff, and I don't know English. They would go get somebody that knew some English, or they would pull out their phones and use Google. I mean, they went above and beyond to help you. And I don't see that a lot. I see it. I still see it some. I do still see it, but I'm seeing a lot of rude, really rude um, people that's working in restaurants and stuff. The way they treated me as a customer, I've been into a couple of places, and they treated me like I was Forrest Gump, and I was pissed. I was pissed. I had to walk out a few of them. And not just that, they were just standing there looking at me and just laughing, and the whole staff was just laughing at me, just standing there and laughing at me. And there was just one place not too far from me that I used to like. I went there a couple of times. I went there, and I was trying to use my Google, and it wasn't working. And so the manager, supervisor, who was sitting there, she was like kept pointing like there was a sign that was flashing that was in English, but it was moving real fast, and I didn't have my glasses on. And I was like, she was like, sign, 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 English, it's English, it's English. And I'm looking, so I'm trying to. It kept flashing real quick, and I kept reading, and she kept saying, "It's in English." And then her staff was all looking at me, and it was just like just laughing at me, man. They were laughing at me, embarrassed. Yeah, I was like, damn. So I was like, I just took the menu, and I was gonna scan it with my phone, and then she started shaking her head like English. And then after a while, I just like, oh damn, she's talking rude, and I just left. So people, and I had some other really bad experiences in line because I've been to a lot of supermarkets. I go to a lot of supermarkets, and from what I've seen, they don't allow you. The cashiers don't allow you to cut in front of people. All right, I've seen that. Now, I was recently in a Dollar City, and I was standing in line. I was definitely the next person, and the cashier said something in English, in Spanish, and I was kind of thinking, and this girl went by me, and I'm looking, and the cashier just rung up. I was like, "Hey, I'm next." She just looked at me, ignored me. I'm like, "I'm next," and I put my stuff down. Then the girl's friend came from behind me and put her stuff right in front of me like I wasn't there, and I'm like, "Yo, what's going on?" I was about to get myself in trouble. Trust me, I was. Then the friend was telling me to calm down, and they all laughed in my face. And I looked, and I was going like, "No, there's no way. You must be paying for my stuff." And they just looked at me. And the only way I calmed down is when she's finally just turned around and said, "Oh," with broken English, "excuse me," and just walked away. And then that's when I calmed down. So then I looked at the cashier, and she just looked at me, and she just smirked at me. I just paid for my stuff, which I should have just left it, but I was hungry for some ice cream. I just paid and left. Went downstairs. This happened in Santa Fe Mall, one of my favorite malls. Um, Had another incident. The lady who didn't want to help me. I don't know if it was she thought I was Venezuelan. I don't know because like I said, they're fed up with the Venezuelans. And I had my T-shirt on and all this stuff in my sweatpants, and she was like helping other people. I was like the next person, and she helped the very next person behind me, and I was trying to stop her, like, and she was like, "Oh, this lady," and I was like, "No," and the lady was telling me, "No, I'm next." I almost got myself. I had to get myself. So I had to start thinking, "You're in somebody else's country." I just walked away. But that day, I was mad. I was really mad. I wanted to. I just wanted to pack up and leave Colombia. I was steamed. I was steamed. And I said I had to go back to my hotel and chill. And later that night, I went out and I was praying that I not get in trouble. And then I did get a good service from one of my favorite restaurants that was down the street, which made me feel better because the girl, she didn't know any English, but she took the time to listen to me and to help me and get a menu and help me out. All right, so that's what I remember. Medellin people going out the way to help you. I remember Colombians really, truly going out the way to help you because they know you was a foreigner. But I see a change. So there is a change. I think it has to do with um, maybe the Venezuelans. A lot of them are upset with the Venezuelans. I'm seeing how they're looking at Venezuelans. They're giving them dirty looks. Yes, the beggars. I see. Colombians be seeing them and they be mad. They be giving them dirty looks. I've seen the officers doing that. I've seen security doing that. Okay, because they're being real aggressive, and I've seen security like tell them what they have to. Oh no, you can't go in this building. No, and tell them to go and stuff. So they're getting fed up with the Venezuelans. I can understand it. I know sometimes when I walk down the street with my sweats on and I'm carrying water, whatever, people are turning their heads and they think I'm Venezuelan. All right, so it's changing. It's changing. Um, I still love the city. There, of course, there's good people, but the vibe has changed. It's becoming. I'm starting a little bit like a New York. It is, and the people are starting to be kind of rude and stuff. And it's kind of sad to see this because I'm trying to get away from that U.S. mentality, and I think that us foreigners are changing. Medellin, Colombia. All right, so that's my opinion. I've been coming here and I see it, and I just recently told that to my told my subscribers what I was going through, and they said, "Yeah, we kind of felt the same way." And even before, I had subscribers that live here, that lived here for 4 or 5 years, and they were saying that they kept seeing a change every year. And I was seeing it like a couple of years ago. I was seeing it. So like every year I come, it's changing, and changing. But my experience here was like really bad this time. All right, so yeah, Medellin has changed. Has changed a lot. I appreciate you guys watching me. Please give your comments. Please, right. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Thank you for being here with me, Ajim as well. Peace.